Well, more than half of people in their 70s have now received a coronavirus jab as UK vaccinations hit a truly impressive 9.3 million, one of the best rollouts in the world.
And now a fourth vaccine could be approved in the UK within weeks. The Novavax vaccine will be manufactured in Stockton-on-Tees, and the UK has 60 million doses on order. Joining us now is the company's Vice President of Clinical Development, Dr. Vivek Shinde. It's fantastic to see you. It sounds like fantastic news. When do you think you'll get approval?
Good to be with you. We have just reported our interim results, so we still have to finish up the trial. We expect to have those results in another month or so, and to be filing with that data immediately, and then it'll be up to the regulators to approve the vaccine. So we expect that to happen sometime in the second quarter.
Very exciting news and a welcome addition to our vaccine stock. One of the questions, of course, people want to know the answer to is, does this vaccine keep up with the new variants? We have the UK variant, we have the South African variant, and also some troubling variants from Brazil as well. Are you able to adapt in the time available?
Yeah, great question. We're very encouraged to see the data that we just announced last Thursday. The vaccine seems to be effective against not just the original strain. So against the original strain, we saw about a 95% effectiveness, and against the UK variant, we saw about a 86% effectiveness, and overall it was 89%. So that news is very encouraging, and about half of all the cases were the original strain, and the other half were the UK strain that's also widely circulating. So that was very good news. We also ran another trial in South Africa against that variant, and there we saw vaccine efficacy of about 60%. What was interesting there is, to the earlier question that was being asked about prior immunity having any benefit against protecting against the variant, we saw, in fact, that prior infection didn't seem to protect very well against the new variant, whereas vaccine actually did 60%, which was quite good news. But for the strain that's circulating in the UK, we're seeing very good efficacy, both the original strain and the UK variant.
The problem is we now have the South African strain in the UK, and 80,000 people are going to be taking tests, and they're trying to get on top of it. But it's slightly concerning, isn't it, that the efficacy for the original strain plus the Kent variant, which we had in the UK, is very high, but 60% is, it's not bad, but it's not great compared to the others.
Indeed. So, the most important thing is to get vaccines into people's arms, and that interrupts transmission. The fewer people the virus sees, the less chances it has to mutate. So what is happening now is exactly what needs to happen. And the faster that epidemic comes under control, the less likely that any given variant can take off.
How quickly can you guys, and this is really a general question for all the people producing vaccines, but how quickly can you adapt your vaccines to cope with, a new mutation which we haven't even potentially heard of, which might be more resistant?
As you've probably heard, all the manufacturers are now in some stage of looking at developing a new strain. And so we're pretty far along in looking at the variants that are circulating, not just in the UK, but South Africa and Brazil. And so these are, strains that we can rapidly formulate and develop, either put multiple strains in the same vaccine, or to give one strain followed by the other strain. And so all of those options are being explored as we speak.
Okay.
But the good news, as I said, is we're seeing good, very high efficacy against what's circulating in the UK and around Europe.
Good stuff. Just before we let you go, what is the time frame for your vaccines to be given in? Because there has been some consternation about the extending of the dosing between 1 and 2 doses to 12 weeks. What's the case in Novavax?
So what we've tested in our trials is a regimen that's 21 days apart, and that's what we've looked at. It'll be up to regulators and authorities to make the recommendations beyond that, but that's exactly what we've
Would you be
looked
happy
at.
if they said it's got to be 12 weeks in order to, give more people the vaccine?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
Would you be happy if the UK government said, actually, we're going to give this new vaccine doses 1 and 2 separated by 12 weeks?
So I can't speculate on what the effect might be. I can only convey what we've actually looked at. And there we see very good efficacy giving those 2 doses. We do think that there's going to be benefit after the first dose, but we don't know what that is just yet.
OK, Dr. Vivek Shinde, we appreciate it and good luck with your rollout. We hope to get it out and approved very soon.